I discovered my 2 kids aren't mine after 15 years, and when I confronted my wife, she brushed it off saying DNA is just a piece of paper. That's when I realized the shocking truth about why I was kept in the dark. My name is Matthew, and for 15 years I believed I was living the American dream. A stable job, a quiet neighborhood, a wife I trusted, 2 children I adored, and a life that felt earned, not perfect but honest, until one small school project cracked everything open and showed me my entire life was built on a lie. Before I continue this story, please drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know how far this story has traveled. It started with my daughter Anna, bright, curious, always asking questions. She came home excited about a science project on inherited traits, blood types, eye color, genetic patterns, the kind of harmless homework parents help with at the dinner table. But when she mentioned her blood type and asked why it didn't match mine, I saw my wife Bella freeze like someone had pulled the floor out from under her. Bella's reaction wasn't confusion or curiosity, it was panic, raw and ugly. She yelled at Anna to drop the project, her voice sharp enough to make the room go silent. Then she rushed into the kitchen, knocked over a pot of boiling water, burned her hand, and screamed like the pain was more than physical, like she was burning from the inside out. And that was the first moment I felt fear instead of love when I looked at my wife. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat in the dark scrolling through medical articles, blood type inheritance charts, genetics explained in plain language, and that's when it hit me. My blood type and Anna's made one thing clear. Bella's claimed AB positive blood type made no sense. It was impossible. Not unlikely, not rare, impossible. And once that word entered my mind, it never left. I didn't confront Bella right away. I needed proof, something solid. So I did the unthinkable. I secretly took my son Charles for a paternity test, telling myself it was just to ease my mind, that I was being paranoid. But when the results came back showing a 0% probability of me being his father, I felt something inside me die quietly. I confronted Bella that same night, my hands shaking, my voice calm in a way that scared even me, and she didn't cry, didn't deny it, didn't even look ashamed. She said she took matters into her own hands, said doctors told us conception would be difficult, said my family blamed her, whispered that DNA was just a piece of paper, that being a father was about love, not biology, like that erased 15 years of lies. I demanded to know who the biological father was, and she refused, crossed her arms and said it didn't matter anymore. But it mattered to me, because once you see the truth, you start seeing patterns. The way my cousin Thomas smiled too easily around Bella. The way Charles shared his jawline, his laugh. The way Anna had Thomas's eyes, and suspicion turned into certainty. At a family gathering, surrounded by laughter, food, fake smiles, I quietly took a hair sample from Thomas's jacket, my heart pounding like I was committing a crime. And when the DNA test confirmed he was the father of both children, I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I just went numb. Because betrayal from a wife cuts deep, but betrayal from blood leaves scars that never fade. When I confronted Bella again, armed with the truth, she turned cruel, said it was my fault, said I was infertile, said she did what she had to do to please my family, to give them grandchildren, like my pain was a small price for her comfort. And that's when I realized she never loved me, she loved the life I provided. I contacted a lawyer the next morning, methodical, focused, cold. We planned everything, paternity fraud, divorce, reimbursement of child support, transferring legal and financial responsibility to Thomas, and a civil suit for alienation of affection, not for revenge alone, but for justice, because lies thrive when they're never exposed. Our 15th anniversary party was supposed to be a celebration. Friends, family, speeches, cake, laughter. Instead it became the stage for the truth. I stood up, thanked everyone for coming, then handed Thomas the DNA results, Bella the divorce papers, and calmly explained everything. The room erupted. Thomas's wife Samantha slapped him so hard the sound echoed, then announced she was divorcing him on the spot. Bella collapsed screaming. Thomas tried to deny it until the evidence buried him. And in the middle of the chaos, my children cried and reached for me, and that moment nearly broke me. But I told them the truth, that I loved them, but I was no longer their father, because I couldn't keep living a lie, even one wrapped in love. The aftermath was brutal. My divorce finalized without alimony due to fraud. Thomas's life imploded. Samantha divorced him. His savings vanished in a lump sum settlement reimbursing years of support I paid unknowingly. And the court transferred full financial responsibility to him. Massive monthly child support, legal fees, public shame. his reputation destroyed. Bella ended up miserable, trapped in a small apartment, drowning in bitterness, dealing with Thomas's resentment and hatred, no longer admired by my family, no longer protected by lies, just alone with the consequences of her choices. And that was the revenge she never expected, not anger, not violence, but accountability. I missed the kids every day, their laughter, their presence, but I couldn't stay in a life built on betrayal. So I moved to New Mexico, picked up my guitar again, played music in quiet bars, lived simply, honestly, and slowly healed. Because sometimes revenge isn't about destroying others, it's about reclaiming yourself. I lost a family, but I gained the truth, and in the end, the truth cost them everything and gave me my life back. Please like, share and subscribe for more stories. Thank you.